guys. Right. So welcome. So today mainly we're gonna go through the main strategy or the main battle plan. Now this is still subject to change, so we might make some tweaks depending on the information we have from allies, enemies, and spies, and so on.
Did you see what I wrote in group chat?
And sorry.
Let's go what?
Mondos, you are so muted, sir. You don't know how to use push to talk. So it's still subject to change, but we'll practice certain elements which are absolutely critical to what we're hoping to achieve. Now, this is the point where we're all going to start. Okay, the whole attacking side will start from here. Now remember, we'll be friendly because we're in the same guild, but everybody else can attack us. So the moment the timer hits, lots of people will just be trying to kill everybody who's on this platform. Okay, so they'll throw all their skills, everything. Now, the key is to try to get out and get to the point of interest where we need to get to. So, the main push will try to basically avoid everybody and get to the platform golem. Okay, so we're gonna push most likely through the back, through pin number 1, pin number 2, and then the golem is here. Now once we reach the golem, we're gonna split in the 3 teams. So KDS red will take the front, so pin number 4, and we're gonna hold in a semi-arch or semicircle. KDS black, you will take the slightly higher ground here and control basically the jump up onto the golem. And KDS grey, you'll be on the top unless we need you at the bottom.
The freaking thing is capped.
Okay, somebody stream the stream please for Mullen. Now, if for whatever reason we're getting pushed hard like this, and we have to retreat, our retreat point will be here. Okay, so this mountain will be our retreat. Now all respawns, you will follow the same path. Okay, you're gonna follow the same path, trying to go through 1, 2, and reinforce us. So basically running around. If for whatever reason we fully wipe, we're gonna have a full regroup around 1 or between 1 and 2. Okay, the main objective, or the first objective, is to capture this golem. This is the platform golem. The golem will be operated by Jerome Mullen, and we're going to do a bit of practice with that today. Okay, obviously we can't operate the golem, but we'll pretend we are. So Mullen will act like he's the golem, and the rest of the teams will go in formation. So the golem will be controlling to push to pin number 6 all the way to the wall. Now obviously there's going to be lots of people who will try to contest the golem, even from the attacker side, so will be pushed. So what I want is for somebody's hot micing your keyboard, please stop it. So I want the teams to move in tandem, so basically you're moving as a semicircle, so red is on 4, black on 3, grey on top. So let's say the golem moves to the next spot, so let's say the golem is here. You're gonna maintain the same formation, so red here, black here, grey on top. Okay, and we keep moving that way until we reach the gate. Once we reach the gate, the wall, we will change. Now there's one important element that we need to know. So grey will be on top, but obviously Accra will try to contest that. Okay, so if you manage to reach the wall, they will try to jump onto the golem. Okay, so they can fly on top of the golem, they can send bomb teams and such. So most likely than not, grey, I will want you to send your tank teams or your frontline teams there and keep your range down for that particular period. Once the golem has reached here,
Question.
Yeah, let me finish this phase and then question. So once the golem has reached here or close to the walls, you can fly from the top onto the walls and we start contesting the walls. Okay, so this is the first phase. This is the first objective. Questions?
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the gray squishes to be protected, is it best for them to jump all the way down and spread a bit around the hookup, or to like kind of stay a little bit on the stairs as well? Because if they all stay at the stairs, the bomb guys will just go to the stairs. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just jump all the way down and mix with us.
So I would say the best thing is to stay behind the golem and basically cover this back, okay? Because you never know, they might jump from the top there and try to contest us from the back. So it's best if we have some people scattered on that side. If that's the case, red will try to engage and black will try to flank as well, while you guys reposition like this. Okay, but I would say
Thank you.
jump behind the golem and react accordingly if there's some fighting going on the red and black spots. Next questions.
Second question.
Okay.
Originally, you said with the first positioning, you drew 2 yellow lines if we get attacked from like our side towards the, let's say I'm in red, so towards the red line where we'll be on 4, right? So our front line will be there, and our squishes will be behind. So if they come up from there like that, where do you want our range to move? Like around the platform golem towards the hill?
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can stay on the hill. So initially on these lower hills, and if you get pushed back, you push up to the higher hills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming the hills are empty.
Yeah, assuming the
If
hills
the
are
hill-
empty. Of course, if
if
they're
the hill-
not, we need to adjust.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So our first objective when we get to the golem is to control the area around the golem, so we can actually control the golem and start operating the golem. So now this is a guide. What we're aiming to sort of position or posture ourselves. Now things might change, right? Like you said, there might be teams already here, for example, waiting for us, and that means we need to push them. So we'll need to flank them. If we need to do that, grey will push from the top, red will push like this, and black will push around and try to climb up on those rocks, and basically we try to sandwich them from 3 different directions.
Thank you. That's all.
Any other questions, guys? Right.
Yeah, I think the timer of the siege is 5 p.m., right? There's a whale at the same time. So probably people will try and jump from there.
Yeah. I mean, it would take a long time for the word to get
Yeah.
here.
I don't know if it's exploitable or not. It's just
It is.
like
But
I wonder
it will
if you
take a
can
time.
yeah. Because guild might do that. We just need to be aware of that we might have people jumping down on us from back. I don't know. Like if you can
Also,
summon a portal on top, I don't know.
you can never know where a whale actually will go because there is like 2 directions, right? If he goes
Mhm.
like for first direction, it's not even close to castle. Oh,
Yeah.
is that like what I think it was?
What are you drawing?
I want to draw a whale, but I'm not very good at drawing.
That was
It looked a bit
That was
different.
definitely a whale, yes.
So let's
it
see.
was different type of whale.
Maybe a whale like this. I don't know. Usually comes around here
Right.
if they do come. Right, next question.
Do you know to draw anything else but whales?
No, I'm very bad at drawing. I can draw lines and arrows. That's about it. Right, any other questions about our first objective? Right. During this part, we're gonna send our ninja teams. Okay, we're gonna have 2, but probably 3 ninja teams. We're gonna have 1 from red, 1 from black, 1 from grey. So from red is gonna be Dreamer's team, from black Valai's team, from grey it's gonna be Jackson's team, E Jackson, or that's his nickname, I think. So basically what I want you guys to do is go through the side sewers here. Now that area will be heavily contested. We know that Sovereign will definitely push it, and they push it with several groups. They will basically engage everybody who they see. So it might be one of those situations where you kind of need to stay away, wait for them to push in and wipe, and then push after them. Now we're gonna move to the next phase, okay? But basically you try to push. If you can't push, you come back and rejoin the main Zerg. If you can't push, you need to tell me in cross comms that you're pushing. So I'm gonna give you permissions today, so we can practice that. Let's go. So we're going to the next phase. So I want you all to go to pin number 6. If you don't have a pin number 6 because you're in another guild, just check my stream. That's where we're going.
Just a quick question. Did you change the pins from yesterday?
Yes, they
Oh.
will change. Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily
Yeah,
memorize
so
them
our
right
pins.
now. But these
Right.
will be the points. Okay, the numbers will change, but these will be the points that we're gonna mark. Right.
Hello, a question before you start.
Yeah.
Can you show the pins real quick? Because I'm just recording. Just your map. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Thank you.
Okay. So if we're really good and we manage to do it, we'll get on top of this gate here. Now, Akra will be zerging here. Okay, so it's going to be a massive Akra zerg. Most likely all around here and all the way down there. On top of it, there will be a group holding the sewers down there. Okay, so just getting to the top doesn't mean happy days. We're gonna have fun the rest of the war. We actually need to do something about these guys. Now, remember, other guilds like Sovereign, they will try to push the main gate. So they push the gate, they use 2 different golems. They'll use the golem that's jumping on the gate. And the other guilds are trying to do the same, provided they're not fighting each other. Now, when we get to the top, most likely the best approach is to try to split off. Okay, so the things we will do is we'll try to contest through 3 different directions. Now the walls will be probably tough as hell, so because it's a choke, it's not worth sending more than 1 team. Excuse me. So most likely the team that will be contesting the walls will be KDS Red, will be taking the biggest brunt. And when we do engage, I want the Zerg, the frontline teams to be here, and I want all the range to be here or here. So basically be on the higher ground and spread. I don't want you to be in our back, so I don't want you to be here. So no. Okay, so don't stay there because we need some space to be able to fall back. As you can tell, there's not a lot of space to fall back to. Now the other guilds, the first next objective is to get one of the respawn points. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack it through 2 different ways. So I want KDS Black to push through here, and I want KDS Grey to jump down and run around like that. The point that we're actually trying to capture, if we can, is this one, pin number 8. Now, if we're really lucky and we have some really good engages on the wall and we manage to wipe those guys on the wall, most likely we'll push on to pin number 9. So we have these 2 objectives once we manage to reach and get on top of the wall. So try to get a respawn on 8 and or get to pin number 9. Okay, now when KDS Black and Grey manage to get to 8 and contest it and get it, we'll all respawn on 8. Once we do respawn there, most likely we'll need to hold positions. So we'll hold positions like this and we'll hold positions like that, because Akra, remember, they're respawning from inside as well, and we'll have guys who might turn onto us. Okay, so it'll be a bit tough and we might need to hold it while we're sending some of our teams to the next position. If we need to position ourselves in a defensive posture, we're going to send our ninja teams to the next point of interest.
Question.
So yeah, just to recap really quickly before questions, our 2 main objectives once we get to the wall is get to try to get this respawn point and or get to pin number 9. So basically cross the wall. Questions, guys?
if the Sovereign is breaking down the wall, I saw that in the video. Won't like part of this wall be destroyed, and we can't just really run on it?
You can
Right.
you can fly over it if part of this is destroyed. Now,
Oh, okay.
remember those golems respawn after 5 minutes, or you're able to use them after the first 5 minutes. So realistically, our aim is to get on this wall in the first 10 minutes. Okay. So I doubt they'll be able to fully destroy the walls in that time. But even if they are destroyed, I think you can still fly on the other side, so you can use a bit of parkour and do it that way. If for the reason we can't, then we'll have to go sort of downwards and control it that way.
Quick
Next.
note: if you see me on Elendil's stream, I'm Leech on the right. This down here is not line of sight, by the way, and they can still hit you if they're coming from point 9.
Yeah. Next question. Right, guys. So
Question.
yeah, go ahead.
There are too many areas where rotation can be made. Accra will probably play very dynamically. What we will do in this situation?
In terms of them trying to rotate with the Zerg and just wipe whatever they see?
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
No, it's kind of.
Okay, so there will be a lot of dynamic calls, right? So just because we have this plan, it doesn't mean that's what's going to happen in the fight. Okay, as Mike Tyson used to say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? But it's still better to have a plan than no plan.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So at this point, sovereign position is supposed to be where?
Middle, like they want
Wait.
to go for the middle place, the respawn point, like pin number 8.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So
Yes, they expect us to go to 10.
Yeah, so sovereign. Yeah, you shouldn't give that information away, Elvin, because we don't know yet. Okay.
Nice.
So most likely, sovereign will be positioned here, try to control this area and control the golems. Now remember, there's 5 minutes in which they can't even activate the golems, and most likely they will be fighting lots of other guilds. Okay, so talking to other guilds, people seem to dislike sovereign just as much as they dislike Accra, so it's very likely that this whole area here will be a clusterfuck. Everybody will be fighting everybody, and sovereign will basically just rotating around trying to kill absolutely everybody who they can until the golems are getting into the position. Okay, so most likely that's how it's going to look. That's why we completely avoid that area and we're focusing on very specific objectives. Next question.
Right.
I also think that it might be useful and disruptive to try to sneak through the sewers with double invis and try to drop the summon stone somewhere. So we need to make sure we have that ability, so we have like pre-assigned guys with ability to summon stone with invis for each guild.
Yeah, so the ninja teams will get advisors who can do that. Now, you don't need double invis. I think somebody said yesterday, and we tried it. If you have the extra range on your dash thing, sorry, I'm confusing. You meant double invis.
Oh, I mean, realistically, you will need double
dash.
invis because they will be guarding all the area in the castle, right? So it's like either you're sneaky or you're dead.
Yeah. So basically, what will happen most likely is there's going to be lots of teams trying to push through this sewer there. Okay, lots. Lots of them will be wiping. Okay, Accra will be most likely guarding this whole area with some teams. I don't know how many they'll send. If I was them, I would send anywhere between 4 and 5 teams. So basically half of one guild to just guard that one specific area, which you can actually guard without too much hassle.
Question.
Yeah, just let me answer. Okay, so if you manage to push through, okay, we practiced this yesterday. I'm not sure whether you were there yesterday or not, but once you push through, you're gonna come out somewhere like here, I want people to spread out, okay? So I want some people to come this way within this, and you go all the way on the top there, and you can jump there. Some people to go here, some people to go here. If the other teams that's on the attacker side manage to push through and drag away the Acro teams with them, just push after them, okay? So let them push through, see, are they dying, are they not dying? And if they're not dying, you're like, okay, let's give them 10-20 seconds and then we'll push after them. And you try to push through. Now, if we're lucky and if we're good and we manage to push through there, then most likely your next objective will be this next sewer and or the respawn point, which will be pin number 10. Okay, so I want some people to get through the sewers there to activate the other respawn points, or to get here. So that's really where you're aiming to get to. Now, it's up to you guys. Whoever makes it through, it's going to be very dynamic. Maybe only 2 of you make it through. Maybe 6 of you make it through. Maybe 10 make it through. We're going to send 18 people. But what I want you guys to do is make a judgment call. And if it just looks hopeless, you know, don't persist more than 5 minutes. If it just looks like it's just not going to happen, rejoin the Zerg and we'll try again at a later stage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, also, I would probably do not expect to win that fight against Silver. I would say it's
Yeah, you
more
won't.
like, if you can survive, you just try to survive and run out. And then I would
Yeah.
personally run to the inners of the castle, which they won't be holding at the first stage of the siege, and just to try to drop Summon Stone there. So Summon Stone is not instantly spotted, and you can actually summon there, regroup, and then make some damage inside the walls.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can do there. You can actually try to usurp, and that will draw them inside and liberate parts of the middle, because they will try to push you out from the usurper point. So that would be inside the throne room. And that will draw at least Tiamat with its own power. So you draw 1 or maybe even 2 guilds in there,
Yeah.
which will open up other avenues. You know, they will lose a point while they're trying to fight the usurper. And I think probably Sovereign will try that as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If that work out, that's a lot of space for everyone.
So
Yeah.
Sovereign and all the other guilds will be trying exactly the same thing with the sewers. So the sewers is very, very opportunistic. If it works, fine. If not, we'll abandon, and we can always go back to it if we feel that's the right time. Obviously, if you make it through, try to put a summon gate. If we manage to put a summon gate, Valai, you or Jackson or Dreamer should call it in cross comps. And the objective of whichever guild gets their summon gate is to capture one of the respawn points. Okay, either 10 here, or the other one 8, or if not, this one here. Okay, but for that, only the ninja teams will get there with their daggers. But I think it's a bit far-fetched. Okay, so the first objective, if you can by any miracle make it through, that's great. Then somehow try to escape with double invis while spreading out, so they can't all just chase all of you in a group, and put a summon gate in a relatively safe spot. Now remember, you can climb on these roof houses as well, so sometimes you can put summon gates there. Now you don't put it on the very sort of edge at the highest point, but for example you can put it on the other side. So for example, if you're on this roof, you can put it on that side of the roof, so it's a bit hidden, so only the tip of it can show to the guys that are, for example, here on the wall, if that makes sense.
They'll have that massive beacon on top, though, right? So you can't hide it that way. You gotta hide it from like line of sight.
Yeah, you try to hide as best as you can, but ultimately anywhere. Okay, if you manage to plant one, that's already a big advantage. Yeah, basically do your best. If you can hide it, great.
I got a couple of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
you know
Go
how it is.
quickly.
So the sewer team, you said if it doesn't work in the first 5 minutes, go with the Zerg team.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the first 5 minutes just be waiting to see if Sov can break through?
Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes is a guide. Okay, it's
Yeah.
kind of the sewer teams. They need to make the judgment call themselves. Okay, I can't
Okay.
micromanage that. So we're relying on the information from them. How's it looking? Is there any hope? Is it hopeless? And then I make the call, come back or try again.
Okay, second question. You said we're gonna try for point number 8 as like the main Zerg, right? Ninja teams are gonna go and try like 9, 10. What if the 8 is so overwhelmed? Like, let's say
Yeah.
half of Accra and half of Sovereign are there. What do we do? Are we gonna dump 8 for something else as a main Zerg, or are we just
Yeah.
gonna
So
keep trying?
So you know, it depends. If this whole area is some kind of massacre zone, obviously we're not going to send people into it. So basically, what we're trying to do as a second objective after the first objective is met, which is the control of the golem, is to get a respawn point. Now you can get the static respawn points, or go somewhere and just open up summon gates so we can all summon inside. And then go and capture one of the respawn points. Now 8, if we get quickly enough to it, we can probably contest it. If we kind of miss the boat and Sovereign is already entering inside here and fighting a big group of Accra, you know, realistically it's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to contest that. So if that's the case, most likely than not, we'll try to contest the walls, okay? Because the walls should be relatively free. There's going to be some of the other attacker guilds trying to climb on the walls, so we need to fight all of those off. And the key will be to try to rotate and control these walls, so we can control the respawn points, the pillage point here, and the pillage point somewhere here.
Okay, so if 8 fails, try and hold 10 and 14.
Yeah. So
In
8
essence.
will contest only if we get in quickly enough. So that's kind of best case scenario. Okay.
Yeah. Second plan is 10, 14.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, guys? Right, we're moving to the next phase. Okay, so this was the second phase. So I'm going to pin number 9. Okay guys, so this is where the main action will be, okay? So from our side, the key is to control this respawn point. This is vital so we can get continuous respawns. Now, there will be lots of people attacking or trying to get to the pillage point, which is this one, okay? And we can get attacked from virtually any single direction imaginable. So they can come from here, they can come from here, they can come from here, they can come from here. You get the drift. Okay, they can come from anywhere. They can come from up top on the walls and just jump down. So most likely than not, we'll have to defend all those areas and defend them smartly. Now, there's a good chance that we'll set one of the teams here to defend here and the walls. Okay, I haven't really decided yet which team will do that part. Okay, but we'll make the decision before the fight. Now I will want one of the teams to cover this roof here, because from the roof you can jump there, or you can jump here, or you can just pew enemies. Most likely there's going to be grey, and then black will most likely have to do this, either red or black. So you'll have to control this pillage point and control these kind of areas of engagement. Okay, so this is phase number 3. Now, if we manage to
Quick
control...
question, sir.
Yeah, let me just finish this part and then question.
Alright.
So if we manage to control this one pillage point and the walls are relatively clear, realistically we have 2 options. Either we push through the sewers, okay, if we're there early enough, or we do rotations and try to pillage this other point on the other side. Okay, so realistically, the next pillage points are either here on the other side or through the sewers straight ahead of us there. Now through the sewers to the next pillage point, that's where Aqua respawns. Okay, so all the Aqua is freaking respawning there. So I don't have high hopes for that specific area. But if we can get some pillage points there, or even go into the throne room with the ninja teams and just use that pillage point, that would be super. Questions?
So, a question considering regarding raid, did they already do their guild raids, and can actually, do they still have the guild raids to climb the ranks to 20?
We are 17.
What was that, sir?
We are 17, so. But I don't think that has anything to do with the. I think you can be above level 20 in rank, to be honest.
Yeah,
To
I'm
be able
pretty
to
sure
climb.
they'll get inside. Pretty confident.
Ah, no, you were real-time ranking 18. Okay, very nice. Because before I saw like 21 and I was hoping that they still have the guild raids to actually climb up some rankings.
Okay, next question.
How long will be the total fight?
So total fight is 45 minutes. So we have 15 minutes for preparation and then 45 minutes for the fight itself. Next question. All right, guys. So when it comes to the teams themselves, how we fight here, this is going to be a practice for tomorrow. Okay, so we're not going to practice this part because I want people to focus really well on the first part. That's most likely where we're going to get stuck for the longest. There's two cases. Okay, best case scenario, we waltz through with the golem, we all jump up, happy times, the sewer team pushes through, and so on. Realistically, what will happen is we'll push through with the golem, we'll get fucked from every direction. Okay, people will be jumping, it will be complete chaos. We might get to the wall, we might not, we might wipe several times trying to get to the wall, and I would say probably the first 10 minutes or so, if not 15 minutes, will be fought outside, just us trying to get through with our golem and or waiting for the sovereign to push through the middle, because once they push through the middle, we can follow and just use the same breakthrough. Okay, but basically the two main lines of attacks will be this. So sovereign and the other Zerg will probably push through the middle, and we'll push through the side and then try to control here the top. Okay, that's most likely what we're trying to achieve. If for a reason we cannot push through on this side and we are absolutely 1 second, be right back. Sorry, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? So, if for whatever reason this is a clusterfuck, okay, and the walls are absolute no-go, there's zero chance, Accra is completely blocking it, then randoms are completely blocking it, we might just completely abandon the side we're supposed to go to, and we'll just control this area, okay. But that's going to be a very dynamic situation, and basically we'll need to make that judgment call on the day, seeing what's happening on the battlefield. Okay, but this will be sort of the plan that we're trying to execute, and we'll have backup plans to that plan. Now, most likely we're not going to share the backup plans, okay, just in case we have leaks and other people find out about what we're planning to do and so on. But the main plan will be shared with everybody else, not just you who are on this call. So all the KDS guys will know it. Any last questions before we move to practice?
Do we have a plan if we manage to take the throne?
So, to get the throne, it will be if we have the chance to do it, we'll go for it. Okay, so I'm not ruling it out. Now, in terms of how the engagement at the throne will look like, let me just go there to show you, just so you understand what we need to do if we need to. So there's two chances for us to get the throne, okay, I would say, or two ways in which realistically we can attempt it. One, through the sewers team. If for whatever reason they manage to completely push through the sewers, climb up, get uncontested, and literally get to the throne, and put a summon gate here, and one of the guild leaders summons inside and gets the throne. Now, the fight, okay, it's gonna go crazy when that happens. Now, once you contest the throne, you cannot leave this room, okay, so you actually need to fight here. And most likely Accra will be pushing through two areas, so they'll be pushing through here, through the main gate, and they'll be pushing from the left, so they'll be pushing from this. So as you can tell, you're gonna get sandwiched super hard in this area, which is basically a choke, so you'll be attacked almost guaranteed from two sides. Okay, that's option number one, so we need to defend against that if that happens. Now, if we manage to do that, right, if the sewer team manages to get to the throne room, somebody from the sewer team actually needs to open up this spawn point, which is up here. Okay, this will be unguarded most likely, at least in the beginning. So if you manage to do that, happy days. Okay, that's how we'll manage to reinforce it, and I'll make that call if you're telling me you're next to the throne room. Now, option number two. Okay, option number two will be basically the whole Sovereign Zerg. They'll be pushing through this. Okay, the whole fight will be just out there, and they're trying to push through like this and through the sewers like this. So the whole Accra team, they'll be up here on the walls, and they'll be down here, and they'll be up here on these walls as well. Okay, so they'll be shooting everything down on everybody who manages to push through, and some of them will be on this side as well. Okay, so for Sovereign to push through, they will be hit from 3 or 4 different directions. So option number 2 is for us to somehow manage to push through while they're all fighting each other in this area, and either push through the sewers undetected, or push behind the Sovereign, wipe all of them, and somehow wipe the rest of the Accra remaining, and then we'll push with the main Zerg. Okay, so that's basically forcing our way through into the throne room while wiping everybody. Now, I'm sure all of you can appreciate how difficult that sounds and how unlikely it sounds, but those are the only two options in which realistically we'll get to capture or contest the throne. Once we become the usurper, we have 3 minutes to in which we need to hold that. Okay, if we do have the opportunity, we will take it. Does that answer your question? Right, that was probably the last questions. So let's get back to our spawn point. So Titan Reach. What I want us to practice next is basically the first phase. So we have about 20 minutes or so. Hopefully all of you remember the first phase. That's going to be the main phase. So
we're gonna see now.
So basically what I want us to do, okay, just to recap, all of us will be running through 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, the sewer teams, Valai, Dreamer's team, I'm not sure if Jackson's team is here, but at least 2 of the teams, you're going to go through sewers and let me know how it's looking like. Okay, you can be inventive, you can be creative, and you can tell me in TeamSpeak in cross-comms how the fight is looking there. And once we get to the golem, we're gonna move together in formation. Okay, so I want the grey team, Zerg teams on top, the ranged teams here towards these hills, red team on 4, black team on 4, and we move in this exact formation towards the wall. Molan will be the golem, so Molan will be in the center between red and black. Okay, I don't want any black crossing past Molan, and I don't want any red lagging behind Molan. Okay, so I want you guys to keep the same formation all the way till we reach the wall. Once we reach the wall, we turn back and try that 2 or 3 times. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
I wasn't here on the practice yesterday, I think, because I was on work.
Okay.
So is it possible to either video of yesterday's practice?
It's
or
already
like
posted. It's already posted. You need to have a look. It's on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna do this 2 or 3 times. We might do a fake fight whereby red becomes the attacker team and black and grey needs to defend against them right at the end before we move to the next boss. So get ready. We're gonna start in 30 seconds. Molan, do you have a shadow for me from your team?
No, not yet, because you know I have
Okay.
been late.
Well, I have a
I can
shadow
give
for
you a
you.
shadow.
It's Sad
I
Tank.
can.
So, Sad Tank, I want you to hug Molan this whole fight, this whole simulation.
I understand.
Ryan, thanks. Are you here?
Yeah.
You will hug Elendil. Yeah.
Alright, guys, we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Jump down. We're going towards 1. Lots of you are dying in the back. You got caught. Too late, guys. Let's go. Try to make it down. Do your best. Okay, a bunch of you managed to get through. So we're moving on. Okay, there's lots of people just ahead of us. Try to avoid them. Moving to 2. And get into the right positions. Okay, there's lots of fighting. So red get to 4.
Sacred on Elendil. Black is grouping up on the high ground. Okay, yes, black is grouping up on the high ground.
Must sleep.
Question?
Sissy, we got wiped in the sewer.
CC, regroup. And join red positions.
Alright guys, I wanted to spread out a little bit more, okay? KDS Red, you're a bit too clumped. Okay, and we got control of the golem. So the golem is starting to move, so let's move in formation, let's go. Okay, there's lots of people to our west. Lots of people, so just be careful.
Okay,
Still
yes, black
moving.
starts moving.
Yeah, we're getting engaged. Okay, just hold the line. Kill the guys that are pushing into us. You don't be
It
too
is black
aggressive.
engaging the red.
Lots of them are sovereign, so just hold the line. Nice. Black is flanking, really good, really good. Reds, we're engaging via the walls, okay? So hug the walls to the left, we're pushing a little bit. Okay, nice. And pull back, pull back. We just need
Okay,
to
this
hold.
black
The
regrouping
golem
behind.
is moving through. Golem is moving through. Very nice, very nice. Good job.
Still regrouping.
Okay, and back to the original formation. Back to original formation. Okay, very nice, guys. So KDS Black as well, trying to sprout a little bit. So yeah, that's good. That's really good. That formation is really good, guys. Red as well, very nice. Tanks in front. Okay, so this time we're getting pushed. We're getting pushed hard. Okay, Sovereign changed their minds. They are pushing us. They want this freaking golem. Nice. Just hold the line. Good. And we're falling back. We're falling back to the hill just behind us. Keep falling back. Let's go. Ryo is dead. Zero Fox giving Killer Clown, you're dead as well. Get up on top, get on top, and we're just holding this. Okay, tanks engage them below us in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Throw everything on them. Good job, good job. Very nice.
Black following
very
up
nice.
from the right now.
Good, 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 good. Good stuff. Nice flanking from Black. Really good. And let's wipe them, wipe them. And KDS Red, hold left. Hold left towards the wall. Nice, nice. And wrap around them. Good stuff, good stuff. And now back to the golem in the original positions. Back to your starting positions. Very good, very good.
KDS Black back in position.
Nice. Okay, we'll do one more movement with the golem towards the wall. So we're starting to move in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move and keep an eye on your west. Keep an eye towards the west. Lots of people there, okay? They're not our concern.
KDS Black at 5 o'clock from Zerg.
Yeah, good job, Alex. Nice, and just hold this line, hold the line. Good, and we're falling a little bit back. We're falling a little bit back. We're getting pushed. Careful, Akra's jumping on us from the top. From the top, pull away from the walls. Pull away from the walls, and just hold. And we're engaging. In
KDS
5,
Black behind.
4, 3, 2, 1, and push Akra. KDS Red, stay to the left. Stay to the left. Black, stay to the right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Black
Flash
engaging
raise a
from
bit
the right.
deeper. Very nice. Very nice. And squash them into the walls. Squash them into the walls. Kill them all, boys. Good stuff, good stuff. And we're moving back to the golem. We pretty much wiped. Reset, reset, and try to survive. Get back to the golem. Good stuff. Okay. And we're porting back to Titan Reach. Port back to Titan Reach. We're going to do one more push to the golem. So we all wiped. Reset the fight. So we're regrouping on pin number 1. We're regrouping just east from the Titan Reach.
After you respawn, the shield holds only for 5 seconds, right?
I think
Unless
so.
you cast a
Yeah.
spell.
So just regroup. Move a little bit away from that hill. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Just regroup. We've got 30 seconds. We're not gonna wait 30 seconds, but in the fight we will, if we have to. Okay, good. And we're moving towards the golem. Let's go. Tanks cover our backs. Tanks cover our backs. Everybody else move forward. Moving towards the golems. Tanks use your CCs. Good stuff.
KDS Black at 7 o'clock.
Good stuff, good stuff. Nice. And take positions. Take positions. I want KDS Black to hold their spot. KDS Red, we're running around the golem. The front of the golem is towards the walls is completely overrun. Just run around. Run
KDS
around to
Black
the
set
left.
up.
Very nice. Okay, and Red get into positions. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. That's it. Okay, it's going to be rinse and repeat. The first 15 minutes of the fight, it will be like this. Okay, all these 3 scenarios, it's going to be over and over and over. The quicker we can react, the quicker we can hold, the quicker we can regroup, the more chances we get to execute this part of the plan. Now, before we wrap up, okay, we failed. We couldn't control the golem. We lost the golem. Whatever. Okay, there's a cooldown on the golem, but the other Zerg, the rest of the attackers managed to push through the gates. Okay, so we're moving on to the gates. We're moving in the same formation. Okay, so red, you're holding left towards the walls. Black to the right. Grey just behind us.
Black 5 o'clock
So we're
from the
moving
main
towards
Zerg.
the main gate. We're moving towards the main gate. Move in a line, more or less. This is good. Okay, we're engaging here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Clap them.
Black engaging right.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, and we're pushing through the main gates. Okay, this big
Closing up
Zerg
to the
here.
main.
Just spread out, spread out, spread out. And I want the frontline teams to push in. Tanks push through in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throw everything in that gate. Throw everything in the gate. Throw it hard. Throw it hard. Push through and CC them. Push them. Push them. Push them. Push them. Good. And I want range team push in and spread out. Push in and spread out. Try to get on top of the walls. Range team get on top of the walls. Good stuff. Tanks just hold. And tanks, we're moving towards the top of the walls as well. Let's go. Top of the walls. Top of the walls. Top of the walls. Good stuff,
ADS
guys.
Black 6 o'clock.
Good stuff. And we're moving towards pin number 9. We're moving towards the west on the other side of the wall. West, other side of the wall. Okay, and we're engaging here. 3, 2, 1. Clap this group. Okay, good stuff. Okay, I want KDS Black to jump down to the respawn. KDS Red, hold this. KDS Grey, you're pushing towards pin number 12, the pillage point. Let's go. Spread out, KDS Red. You're clumping too much. Spread out. Good stuff.
Black behind the building. Don't jump on the respawn point.
Yeah.
We go behind the building and around.
Yeah, spread out, spread out. The name of the game is always spread out, guys.
So basically, our positions will be at the Legion Hall.
Okay, and red, we're jumping down the respawn on 10. Let's go.
Black on the respawn also.
Good. Okay, and this is phase 2. This is phase 2 complete. And I think that's pretty much it for today's practice, guys. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of an idea what's gonna happen and how we're gonna do it on the siege day. So thank you very much everyone for coming. We have about 5 minutes or so until what's next. There's some bosses. So
World boss, yeah. Let's stay here for PvP. Thanks, sir.
yeah, we're gonna.
I have a question, Lundin.
Thank you very much for practice.
Thank you. Before the question, really quickly, we're gonna go to Adentus and then Talus, guys. Adentus and then Talus. Yeah, go ahead. Question.
Yeah, it's pretty sure we will die during all we did, and we will have two, if we manage to survive a bit, we will have at least 2 groups separated. And how do we will regroup? Or if we don't regroup, how do we will split the com instantly so one group can be still push and the other one can live where he is?
So that's going to be the practice for tomorrow. Okay. So there will be situations, especially inside, when we get completely separated. And tomorrow we're going to practice regrouping once we're inside the castle and where we're going to regroup. Okay. In terms of comms, tonight we're going to decide exactly how we're going to do it. There's a good chance we're all going to be in the same comms in Discord, and KDS Black and Grey will do separate calls either across channels for the people who are splitting off in 6-man groups, or just one big group on TeamSpeak for each of the guilds. We're still deciding which way we're going to go with that. But yeah, I'll try to keep the main calls relatively clear, just so Black and Grey can call as well in those kind of situations. Oh yeah, stop stream.